Morning everyone, first thing in the morning, gonna do a little roundhouse update. Living in the roundhouse for a couple of years at least now. More than that I think actually, don't even know to be honest. But before we do that, it's not light enough to do that yet, so let's just tend to the chickens quickly. Make sure they've got plenty of food. Come on ladies. And gentlemen. Happy chickens. Right, the chicks get their food warmed up because they're lucky little chicks. Right. That up a bit. Chicks love that when it's warmed up in the morning. A bit of a cold night. They got their heat lamp, but it's still a cold night. They'll warm up their food and mash it up into a paste, and it's easier for them to digest it then. Hey little chicks, how are you? You still clucking? Good. Do some of that around there. And there. And I also put that somewhere else for the little ones, because otherwise they can tend to not get much of a share. They're happy enough in there. Oh, just need to change the water. Right, that's the chickens tended to. And I can get some firewood for the day and make some breakfast. So I've got a bit of firewood in here still to get some of that. Egg sandwich for breakfast from fresh eggs from this morning. Alright, almost ready to show you around the house. Just got to get this out here. I had to bring it in to dry a bit because it was too cold out in the workshop, but that's the door for the workshop. Not finished, but coming along. This is really heavy. So chickens are tended to. I've had my breakfast. Done some of my jobs. I just need to go up to the intake, check the intake. It's running okay, so I think it's fine. But I go up there and just check it. I haven't been up there for 2 days or so. So go and check that. It's just one of the many jobs I have to do in the mornings. Well, some mornings it really depends on how much it's raining, how much flow there is. More flow, blocked up quicker. So walk up there and have a look. Right, up at the intake. I found that if I put this rock here, it sort of disturbs the water and it doesn't get blocked up. So this has been a couple of days. We'll just give it a little bit of a scrape. But it seems to be working pretty good. Hey everyone. So a few years ago, well, I think nearly 4 years ago now, I moved from London, sold all my possessions in London, bought a piece of land here in Wales, and I built this little roundhouse. A lot of you will be familiar because you would have watched me build it over a very, very wet, muddy winter. But there'll probably be some newer viewers that haven't seen it or aren't familiar. so feel free to go back and watch those old videos. But yeah, I thought I'd just do another little update tour a few years on now, and just show you the house, because even people that watch me build it and have seen it before are interested in seeing how it's holding up to the elements, I suppose. So let's have a little walk around. So everything is good, there's no problems with anything. Everything's working well. All the water and power and everything's working lovely. We've still got nice hot water, running water, hot and cold. Internet, hot water tank, fireplace, which I do cooking mostly in the winter, but I also have a little oven that I use if I need an oven. Yeah, everything's working great, no problems at all. The logs crack and split, and you do get some little air gaps through there, but I just fill them in with a bit of cork or sometimes cob, depending on how I feel. But yeah, everything's working great. I can't see any signs of deterioration anywhere. No cracked windows, no slumping, no movement, no nothing. Seems to be working just great. The only thing that's moved was that back window moved a little bit, and I had to put in that little support. Other than that, everything's great. The floor could do with a sanding. In and out all day with boots on and stuff, and in the woodland, you know, it gets dirty pretty quick, and you know, sweep it and everything. But also gluing up stuff in here sometimes because it's warmer. Yeah, so the floor could do with a bit of a sweep, but that's about it really. Let's go and have a look at the outside. So we're outside, everything's holding up well. There's no rot at all. Everything, all the logs are still hard. For some reason people have it in their head that, like, if you use wood with end grain showing, it will immediately rot and disintegrate, and the whole world will just fall apart, and it's just not the case. Like, the wood lasts a very long time, especially durable wood such as this. It will last 30 years like that, no problem. Yeah, there's no real deterioration. It's an update video to just show you, but there's nothing really to show. It's the same as it was when I built it really. A little bit of moss here and there on it, but mostly it's just the same. So there is a side view with the roof. I have a ladder there at the moment because I often this time of year smoke meats in the chimney. So I just climb up there and stick a lump of meat in there, smoke it slowly. So usually just leave the ladder there. But yeah, no leaks or anything. It's all coming along well. Grass stays, doesn't deteriorate in the winter. It just doesn't grow much, that's all. Yeah, all good. No trees falling on it or anything like that. Yeah, there's nothing to report. Like, it's great. Cob's holding up well, not eroding. You can still see my fingerprints in it from where I was pushing it. So you see here, like these little things, these are my original fingerprints, so we can be guaranteed that that hasn't eroded, because if it had eroded, my fingerprints would be long gone, but they're not. They're little dimples and fingers, so there's no erosion there. Like I say, I get these few cracks, but I just periodically fill them in with a bit of cork. Sometimes get little birds nesting up in the ridge there, not in the ridge, in the overhang, but I tend to let them do their thing, and then once they move out, I just fill the hole in them with some cob. I've got bats living in here. There's particularly one crawls in there, that little gap. There's the window trim there, the window butts up, but just up here there's a bit of a gap which goes into the cavity wall. There's bats living in there. I don't mind them, we get along. Yeah, there's really not a lot to show. Like I say, it's all just fine. Roof logs are fine. They stay a bit wet, but I treat them every year, and there's no sign of rot in them yet. So they're doing good. So anyone that's new here, I did a video of this house about a year and a bit ago called A Year Off Grid, and the comments were just amazing in it. That they were just, everyone was just arguing about the definition of what off-grid means. In this scenario, it means living off-grid, as in not connected to the grid. I don't think that means internet. I don't think that means the film version of running from the FBI or anything like that. It just means I'm not connected to the grid. I don't have outside services coming in. I have an internet connection, but that's wireless. That's about it. And all my power comes from the land. There was an interesting thing last time I did the video of this, is that a lot of people couldn't understand that I wasn't connected to the grid because my power situation works so well. And people were saying, well, you've got hydroelectric, so you are connected to the hydroelectric grid. Well, no, it's not. It's my own hydroelectric, and for new viewers, I'll show you what that looks like. So this is my hydroelectric grid. As you can see, my pipe comes in from there, comes along this building here, and then in here we have a turbo turbine, homemade turbo turbine, and that is where my power comes from. And with that I can run a workshop, all my lights, big powerful industrial tools, everything. It makes all the power I need. That and 4 solar panels, but the solar panels don't do anything this time of year. Make a kilowatt hour at most in a day. So yeah, that's where the power comes from. So yeah, in the last time I did a roundhouse update video, a lot of people were asking where the toilet is. That's the toilet, outdoor toilet. It's a compost toilet, it has 2 halves to it. You use it one side until it's full, put sawdust in it after you've used it, and then swap over to the next side, and then use that for a period of time, and then by the time that one's full you go back to the old one and empty it out, and it's no longer human waste. It's just nice compost. It's not far from the house. House is just here. So yeah, that's the toilet. Heating for the house comes from wood. This is all oak, hazel, willow, mixture of different hardwoods that I cut from my own woodland. Do that on a yearly basis. It's coming up to time now to do it, although I've got lots left, but it's time to start cutting really during the winter. So yeah, that's where the heat comes from. This is a small area that I felled last year for this year's firewood that we're using currently to heat the place. So just coppicing. These trees are growing back, as you can see. So we just cut them and they grow back after from the stumps. So we just work our way up through the woodland, just coppicing, doing it in stages, getting our firewood for the year, and then it grows back and we can come back and start the cycle again. So this is where the power comes in. It's a little bit messy at the moment. I've been making some changes, but the hydroelectric comes in here into the controller. We have a hydroelectric nozzle control there, a solar charge controller, the RCD for the roundhouse, the RCD for the workshop. Some of this is temporary at the moment as it's still under construction, but yeah. Oh, and the battery bank there. That's our power hub. My currently under construction, rather messy, rather muddy workshop. This has been a 1.5 years work so far. It needs a good sort out in here, but I've been doing some plastering and stuff in here, and making this door for there. It's not done yet, but that's what I've been working on. I got about 2 weeks working that so far, so that's why there's no videos. But yeah, this is off-grid workshop, reciprocal roof, well, sort of reciprocal roof, non-self-supporting reciprocal roof. But apparently it's going to kill me, even though it won't. So all of this stuff has been built by me over the last few years, primarily from natural materials, either natural or recycled found materials. Pallet wood, wood from my own woodland, mud and clay and straw and sand, stuff like that. Very cheap. Since I've been here, I've spent more money on my tractor, my van and my tools that I use have cost more than all of the buildings and the hydro put together. So that puts into perspective. This building cost me about £3,000, £4,000, not very much, and the big workshop out there is at about £5,000 so far. It'd be about 10,000 total, so very, very cheap. And you know, it would have cost me more than that in rent to rent a place of this size for 3 years. So, I don't know, I have to look back at the dates. I'm not actually sure how long I've lived here, but it's quite a while. Okay, so there we go. That's the house and other buildings and the hydro stuff that I've been living in now for a few years. Viewers that have been around for a while will be familiar with it anyway. It's just a little update. I've been working on that door for so long now, about 2 weeks. It's very complicated. There's lots of strange joinery going on in it and angles and things, and it's really quite difficult. It's taken me a long time, so I haven't really got anything. It's gonna be a great video once it's done, but that's gonna be probably another week yet, to be honest, because I've got some really cool ideas for it. But yeah, I thought I'd do an update and let you all know I was planning on doing a Q&A tonight. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. If you are, I'll do one at 7 o'clock is the plan. I've never done one before, so you have to give me a bit of leeway with trying to get it set up and stuff. So, but yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll do a Q&A tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm actually filming this today, Friday, so 7 o'clock my time in the UK. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. Do a live Q&A, and we'll just have a chat about things. Like I'm really happy, everything's going great here. It's not an easy life, it's difficult, very hard work. Not stressful, but just labour intensive. I'm just very happy, feel pretty healthy. Before I moved here, I don't know, some of you older viewers might have remembered I had some quite bad allergy problems. That's all gone since living here. I suppose fresh air and hard work and so on has cured that. I used to live near an airport, so maybe pollution and stuff caused that. But yeah, since moving here, all that's cleared up. Starting to get into producing my own food with the chickens and stuff, which are all doing very well. And we're like, other than a bit of food we buy from the shops, and I buy oil for my van, vegetable oil from outside of here. Other than that, and maybe the tools and things I buy, that's really it. I'm self-sufficient in energy and wood and all that other good stuff, and water. So yeah, we'll do a live Q&A tonight, and yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.